colder. Oh my God. We're live. It's gonna stress me out not remembering the lyrics to that record. God, I could have been great. I had one of the greatest songs of all time ready to crack off on this old Lloyd Banks beat. I was about to put that beat to sleep, boy. Had this notebook, had these lyrics written down. This is when I was in the height of my rap career. The height was not very tall. It was it was a very it was very small. Ceiling very small. But I had this really good record that I was ready to put on this beat, and I was gonna add it to this mixtape I was doing. Mixtape was called Fire at My Feet. I do remember that part. But I had the lyrics in this notebook, and then one day this notebook just, it eluded me. And I couldn't find it. And obviously my memory sometimes is shoddy, but I don't know, maybe it wasn't that good because I can't remember it. Song over. Big Baby Jonathan, my man, what's cracking, boy? Hey, MB, hey, we starting July 30th. Hey, but you know what starts this weekend? The basketball tournament live on ESPN, I think. Is that still going on? I really have not been on ESPN a lot, but as far as I knew, they were still planning to have the basketball tournament, which is, if you're a fan of hoops, you like this tournament. No, it's not the NBA, but these guys compete. They get after it. Excuse me. I just got done eating some rice bowls earlier, so I'm a little bit stuffed. This is the Memechel Jackson Show. We're live on Track Talk Radio as well as YouTube. The radio took mad long to start cranking up. It took a minute. So they just got into the music, but I don't know. Maybe I should start kicking some freestyles or something. Traffic, looking for my chapstick. Don't worry, that's not a corona cough. That's because I smoke weed. Because I'm a damn adult and I can do that. Listen, we don't condone any of the funny shit on this show, but listen, my man, my ladies, do what you got to do. There's no judgment over here. I don't be caring what y'all do unless you out here jumping out the window acting crazy. And listen, I feel like tonight we have to get into it. I wanted to make sure that I watched a lot of videos and I tried to get as many of the facts as I could. But I got to talk about this Chris D'Elia situation because this shit is crazy, man. Like, I'm a fan of his comedy. I'm also not somebody who believes I try not to believe that there are parallels when it comes to a role somebody plays within a TV show or a movie, and then, some of their behaviors in regular life. I think it's kind of, I don't want to say it's crazy or absurd to think that he could actually be this, but obviously you saw the role that he played on the show on Netflix, where he actually plays the role of a pedophile. And I heard he played that similar role on Workaholics for an episode, which now has been taken down, I think, off the Comedy Central website or whatever. I don't know all the classifications. For me, I just call everybody that one word. But people are trying to say that there's a difference based on what he was doing because for me, they're all still kids. So it's weird. But he wasn't getting nudes or doing anything like that. He just was it was just weird. But then people are crushing him. I don't know, man. Because I don't feel like I've done enough research. I feel like I watched 50 videos in the last week and a half, 2 weeks since this has all happened. And then read up on all this information, went through all the little text threads. But this shit seems weird, man. And I just don't understand why, this has always been my thing, especially with people who are famous. You're a grown man. You got money, bro. And you can get girls. You can get girls your own age. You can range it if you'd like. If you're in your mid to late 30s, if you want, listen, man, if you want to be risky, just date a 26-year-old. Those girls are freaking crazy, man, because they're halfway, 1 foot in the door of professional grown-up life, and then still the other half is just they're still at the parties. So they can keep you young forever, probably. Date a 26-year-old. But that should be as low as you go when you're like 38, 39. That shit is weird. And the crazy thing is like, I don't understand how a grown up could look at a child and be like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Like, when you be looking at like when the waiter bring your plate out and you be like, oh yeah, this finna slap. Like, that's how they like, I'm like, how? What are you looking at that the rest of us don't fucking see? That shit is weird. You got all these grown ass women who are fine, like worth putting the tongue all over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how Lilo and Stitch, you know how big, you trying to have a tongue like that for some of these baddies. But still, you have grown ass men with money and have these types of women willing to do things for him. And they'll still want to throw it all down the fucking toilet to try to get some girls who are like mad young. Like, why? You know what it is though? I feel obviously it's like the power control, whatever. But I feel like some of these guys, like, they don't want to engage with a woman who has her shit together because they're afraid of being called out for all their bullshit. But you know what's crazy, fellas? The only way you really can grow is if you get called out for your bullshit. Who better to do that than a woman? Shit is crazy, man. Crystalia, what was my man thinking? You'll be killing that Fab record was playing on Track Talk Radio. So shout out to Fab. Fab and Jada did a versus battle, and I fucking missed it, man. Fab is one of my favorite rappers. Listen, my man Will Staples a few weeks ago. No, this is like 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. He was saying that he thought Jada was top 5 dead or alive. My nigga, I'm here to tell you that is incorrect. I'm not one of those people that believes that Jada Kiss is a top 5 rapper of all time. Do I think he has bars? Yeah, of course. He can spit. But like, I don't know, like, I can't name one Jadakiss hit right now. I'm struggling to think about this. What hits does he have? Hold on, let me intro the show real quick. Skill. Hey, yo, man. Thank you for tuning in to the Memechel Jackson Show live on Track Talk Radio. I'm in here being a weirdo, making funny noises because this is my little studio. I'm at Pink's Mansion, and this is what I do. I'm watching The Office. Earlier, Mark and I, we were here playing Uno, looking at, at the photos from the I Am Right Now project, which turned out dope. Those are going to be coming to you soon. I'm very excited to release those. Some of the best pictures that have ever been taken of me ever. I've never looked so good. My mother will love these. I can't wait to send a few of these wallet sizes for my mom. My mom can show all her friends, and then who knows? Maybe some, old lady Texas billionaire will come swoop me up after she see these photos. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on, baby. No, that's weird. I'm not doing that. I was actually in a conversation with somebody the other day telling them how I would not be able to be a sugar baby of any kind because if something is discolored and hanging a little too loose, I'm liable to throw up, and I don't want to be the responsible for throwing up on some nice lady's floor. So I would not be able to do that. The idea of being taken care of is also weird because I like to get out and be productive. Even this week, I'm on vacation. Today, I actually worked all day. I worked on my vacation days. God, I'm such a pathetic loser. But you know what? I feel good about it because being productive is important to me. And so, being taken care of, it wouldn't be worth it. And the things you'd have to do for it. Like if I just needed to like tell jokes and dance, I can rattle off like 15 minutes of stand up to get a PS5. I got 3-4 routines just on my phone. They're like an hour a piece too. I'm ready. I am ready to do comedy anytime. Shit, was I in here telling jokes earlier? Don't respond to that. They probably weren't that good. I don't be known. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, man. It's June 30th. This is the last day of June. Do you realize, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like what they've done is they've taken the clock, they've sped up time. I feel like just yesterday, it was March 1st, And now it's going to be July 1st tomorrow. Is that right? Is there 31 or 30 days? I don't be knowing, man. The days are all meshed together. I know that I haven't watched everything available on all these streaming platforms, but none of this shit even looks good anymore. I want to go outside. I mean, I have been going outside, but like I don't want to feel like it's the only option. You know what I'm saying? It's getting crazy out here. I was driving through Renton today and I seen that they're really out here removing the entire backboards off, from the basketball courts at all these parks. This shit is crazy. I'm like, y'all really mad because people out there risking their lives? Well, I get it. But if they're trying to listen, if niggas is trying to die on the court, you got to respect that, bro. Ball is life. When we say that shit, we mean that shit, bro. We got to be able to hoop. But anyway, man, we go to July 1st tomorrow. July 4th is this weekend. I don't even think I'm turning up. Normally, my last four, I'll only say four, because when I first moved here to Washington, I did go to a pretty lit 4th of July party with my brother. Is a guy that worked on the staff for the team, and he had this little party, man. The kids were having fun, four-wheeling, doing crazy stuff. Food was really good fireworks display. Chilled around the fire, kicked it with some really dope people. It was nice. The next year rolls around, I get invited to that same thing, and I was like, you know what, bro? It's just a little too hot for me. I was in my apartment sweating, so I took a nap. And then I just started taking naps on 4th of July. So the last 3 years, no, what year is it, 2020? The last 4 years, I've taken a nap on 4th of July. So I already got my whole nap planned out. I might even light a candle, Let me set the moon right. Is it weird that I gotta get geared up for a nap? I like the room to the temperature gotta be just right. Gotta be about 68 degrees, not 69. Don't be nasty. 68 degrees, perfect temperature for me. 67, just a little bit too cold. Does that mean I'm high maintenance? Don't answer that. I don't know. We had Fantasia about to start playing on Track Talk Radio. That record, Bittersweet. I know a handful of years ago, I remember finding out that Fantasia was somebody who couldn't read. She struggled to read. I think since she has become famous and has, I think she's found a way to start to, to overcome that. I think she did overcome that. And I remember years ago being a little asshole and obviously I think everything's funny, but it was funny that I found out after she was crazy famous. And I was just like, wait, because sometimes I forget that there are grown people who can't read, but it's still weird to me that it's they can talk to you like it's no problem, but they can't read it. I don't know. And literally now I'm questioning, how do I even be doing this? And I figured it out. I figured I'm not even smart or intelligent. I just know a lot of words and random facts, and I'm just able to piece them together well. Not great, but better than most. But shout out to Fantasia for overcoming that. And then you forced me to think, which I appreciate. That's what we want to do as people. You forced me to think. And obviously I was laughing when I first heard that, because at first I was like, how? She's famous. She has to be able to read, right? How the fuck you sign the contract? But then I also forget that you have 10 people on staff. They just read that motherfucker to you. But I get that. But shout out to her again for overcoming that. Not everybody can do that. So shout out to everybody that's seeking higher education. You know what's crazy? The other day I'm at the basketball court, right? I'm out there hooping, doing my thing, and it's just me. If the city of Seattle hears this, please don't go shut down the court. It was just me out there. I promise. There was nobody else. Oh, but update on the basketball court, because on Sunday I was talking about how janky the city was with the nets. When I showed up to the court the other day, there was this Asian guy out there. And tell me why he's on the far goal where I normally play at. He saw me pulling up on my bike, and he actually was, and I think maybe just because he was scared, but maybe he was just being nice, but he was going to move and allow me to have my goal, and he was going to shoot on the other goal. I said, no, bro, you were already here. Enjoy it. And actually, I realized that now that both the fucking Nets are on, this goal that he gave me is actually better than the other one. The other one is trash. The city of Seattle probably needs to fix that. You can take that one down. I don't care about that shit. Fix that shit. But my man actually went out there. Remember how I was saying that the Nets were ghetto? And I was like, yo, why they couldn't get better Nets? My man put them up there. And I was like, yo, shout out to you for taking care of your community. I know it's just basketball. Nets, it might not seem a lot to most, but that's a big damn deal. My man helped me get my workout. I was out there for like 45, 50 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I was like enjoying it. I'm like, oh, this is great. There's a fucking net on it. Because I don't like hooping and thinking the whole time that I'm airballing. Because they didn't have the net on. So half the shots I took, I couldn't even tell if I made them or not. Now, based on who I am as a basketball player, I'm pretty sure they went in. But it's also likely that because of quarantine, they probably were air balls. But we'll never know. But I'm pretty sure I know. Shout out to my man, being a good Samaritan, taking care of the community, being a nice guy, wanted to, offer, my space. Like, nah, my man, you were here first. Do your thing, bro. And he's not bad, left-handed. I feel like I'll wash him up though, 15-0. That'll be an easy win for me. He's not a big guy either. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6'4", 2 something. Post game handles, 3-pointer. No, I actually am a shooter, but it doesn't always. It's the last few days, like it's been hit or miss. Let's just say that, man. I should have been playing more often during quarantine, but I wasn't. So, we got a live show. I am black forever right now. That's literally what my shit is gonna say. So when you see my photos, and I hope Markel gives us something where it just says that big as fuck. Like you can put it on my forehead on one of the photos. Put I am, and then it'll say black forever right now. And make it black. I want it to look like face paint. And it just says black forever across my forehead. Because apparently people don't understand that. It feels like everything is kind of settled down. They gave us Aunt Jemima. They changed Uncle Ben's. A couple white folks quit their jobs, gave them up to black people, and now like they're like, yo, racism's over. But Breonna Taylor's killers still fucking roam free. Can you believe that? Today I went and I did my little side job. I had to Uber. I had to bring a security guard with me just in case the cops pull me over. Also for carpool lane privileges, even though I ride in the carpool lane more when I'm by myself than I do with other people. Maybe it's just because I want to spite the state. You created this lane. You try to tell people they can't ride it, and I'm going to ride in it because I'm rebellious. I don't fucking know. But I think of how quick life could get real funny for me if I got caught. That rice bowl, baby, that shit was slapping too. And I cooked it. Let me set that. But I think about if I get caught, life can get very complicated very quickly. But if you're the people who killed Breonna Taylor, you're like, we murder quickly and then we just go back to our regular lives quickly. And that's what they've done, man. It's been months. This didn't just happen a couple weeks ago. It's been months. Fam's still roaming free. At least one dude lost his job. I wonder what he's doing. Probably roaming free. We're not going to backslide back into having horribly depressing shows. I just want to make sure that we, like I said, it's Black History Month too. I hope you guys understand that. Tomorrow's Black History Month, or one of the days within this, and then the next day and the day after that and the day after that and the 300,000 fucking days after that. I am black forever. I want to celebrate black people. Black lives do matter. Breonna Taylor's life matters. We gotta fix that, man. Either that or listen, if you're black and you're watching the show, look at my eyes and look at what I'm telling you to do. All right. What are we going to talk about on the show? I still can't remember that verse. What did I say? I don't know. I will never remember. I spent the better part of 10 years trying to figure out the lyrics to that. And now I really am feeling like maybe that shit just wasn't that fucking good because I can't remember it. Girl, I've been watching you, yeah, it's all from a distance. It was something like that, which that sounds very creepy, but back in the early days, you're supposed to look, not touch. That's why I said that. Not because I was like following her. Like I'm too lazy for that. Okay, Sunday recap. Let's get into it. The title of this show is Half Man Half Tortilla. So you're probably wondering what the fuck does that mean? Half Man Half Tortilla. If you missed my show on Sunday, I was talking about my nephew Maddox. Shout out to my man Maddox. I mentioned to everybody that he's part black, part Latino, part tortilla. Because my little nephew, he's only 9 years old, and he's the dopest kid. He's hella funny. And this is some of what makes him funny. We had to launch a full-scale investigation into missing tortillas. My sister was looking to cook her boyfriend a Father's Day dinner. They plan to have tacos. She goes out on a Saturday, buys some tortillas, plans to cook dinner on Sunday. Goes to cook dinner on Sunday, can't seem to cook the tacos because there's no tortillas. Thinking, oh, maybe I left them at the store, or maybe something happened. No. She finds out that I guess overnight. So remember, tortillas purchased early Saturday, missing by Sunday. This is a mystery. My nephew ate all the tortillas overnight, a 20 count. He ate 20 plain ass tortillas. He's half man, half tortilla. I was immediately questions are raised. How in the funk can you eat 20? No, there's no dipping sauce. There's nothing in them. He's just eating the tortilla. How can he eat 20 overnight? How did he eat them? Did he roll them? Did he fold them? Did he tear them? We had 4 or 5 people on the case. We're all stumped. Some of the top investigators in the world. No one can figure out what's going on. Somehow I'm able to interview the suspect. Did I just call him a suspect? In the tortilla, he's 9. Come on. Obviously, he's not a real suspect. There's no real crime committed. I mean, unless you're talking to my sister. She was not happy about the tortillas, obviously. She planned to cook her boyfriend a nice Father's Day dinner, and, half man, half tortilla ruined that. He didn't ruin it. They still ate, but, he just prevented them from enjoying tacos. So shout out to my man. I get on FaceTime, and I'm talking to the suspect's mother. And we're laughing because I used to do this as a kid in the same house with this young man's mother and her mother, which is my mother, obviously, and then she is my sister, just in case you're not able to keep up. So my sister knows how great I became at sneaking food. I was an elite snack sneaker because that's me. And you can see that that's me. Come on. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. So when I get on the FaceTime with him, one of the first things I say to him is like, bro, if you're gonna sneak the food, you gotta be better. Because he left the bag just in the middle of his floor in his room. Just left the fucking evidence on the ground. Didn't care enough to dispose of the bag. You know, when he tries to sneak other food, he'll leave crumbs everywhere. He makes loud noises. He won't even put the bag back like he's supposed to. So I'm like, bro, you'll never have a career within that house of snack sneaking if you can't at least hide the evidence. So we go into the young man's room. Looks like a freaking war zone. Looks like a squatter's house, actually. And maybe it's organized chaos. I don't know. My room looked like this when I was 9. Then I finally kind of started to pick it up and I was like, you know what? It feels better when it's clean. I had to tell him for safety reasons, my man, you cannot leave things like this on your floor. If you, and this is exactly what I said to him with my sister on the phone. I said, if there is an emergency and you need to help your mother or your sister, how do you expect to help if you trip on a tortilla bag? and like, you know, you end up getting hurt from that. And he had this look on his face like, wow, Uncle Memechel's dropping knowledge. But he really was looking at me like, you got some more tortillas? Bro, we ate 20 of them. I cannot believe that. I can't imagine just being like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna just have tortillas tonight. I'm not even that hungry. I'd like to just only have the tortilla. No sauce. No. There's nothing inside these fucking tortillas. He just ate them. A 20 count. He ate them overnight. He's 9. He's not a big kid. He's a small child. Like my sister's not a big human. Fuck, man. My father's 5'6", my mother's 5'7", my sister is 5'6.5". Like, come on. You think he's big? I'm big. Listen, I think my mom's not telling me something. He was either dropping off the mail, dropping off the milk, and then dropped it in a drawer. I don't know. But how am I 6'4", and everybody else in my family's a goddamn like they're small as hell. I don't know. But anyway, my nephew he's a small man, but he's half man, half tortilla. My sister gave him a superhero nickname. So his nickname is Carb Kid because he will also go and because he's so small, he has to climb onto the counter to get to the bread, which is on top of the refrigerator. But they have 3 or 4 different types of like loaves of bread. He's been in all of them and he just leaves them open. He doesn't know how to take the food and cover his tracks. I'm gonna have to train him because this is disrespectful to my legacy. Like I used to rule that house. My mom would never know. She wouldn't know until it was absolutely too late that something had been eaten. I'd be like, ate that a month ago. Get out of here. What you thought, boy? I'm a professional. You had no idea. Literally, it'd be like a month and be like, what happened to this? I had no idea. Maybe you threw it out. I probably did. No, I ate that, nigga. I ate that. Anyway. Shout out to my nephew, man. We're going to have more stories about Maddox. Maddox Chronicles coming soon. My sister has literally been on the phone telling me stories about him and his little sister, Hira, my beautiful niece, who's the funniest kid. I call and I'm trying to talk to her. And then my sister shows me my niece was sitting at the table eating dinner. And then 5 minutes later, you can hear this little noise in the background. She's just slumped over in the chair snoring because she didn't want to not finish her dinner, but like, wasn't ready to call it a night, and the night called it for her. And she just passed out. She was funny. Shout out to cute kids, man. If you guys have cute nieces and nephews, I'm sure you have plenty of stories like this. Definitely share your stories with me. I love a good funny kid story, man. Kids are so funny. especially when they stay up all night eating tortillas. Oh, let me get back to his room. So when I'm mid investigation, right, we're in the freaking war zone, and even though it's not me physically walking through there, it feels like we're on rough terrain because the phone is shaking because my sister's literally like crawling over. Maybe there were dead bodies in there. I don't even know. But she's, trying to show me all the stuff. Somehow we find a stash of Tootsie Roll wrappers. My sister's like, I don't even know where the fuck he got these. I don't even buy Tootsie Rolls. There was like 20 wrappers just behind my man's bed. My man had. So have you ever seen Heavyweights? Mark, have you seen that movie? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. So Heavyweights is this movie where these kids go to like this fat camp, and then Ben Stiller buys the camp and then tries to turn them all into like skinny people. But when the kids first get to camp, they have like a bunk, and these kids have the same bunk every summer. And so they have food stashed everywhere, like in the bedpost, under the bed, in the floor, all that. My man Maddox has got under the pillow, in the pillowcase, under the bed, next, like in the bed frame, like on the side, so he can just reach his tiny hand down there and pull out a Tootsie Roll. Like, I mean, his strategy isn't terrible, but what's gonna hold him back from becoming elite like his uncle is that he leaves too many crumbs. Literally, there was fucking crumbs everywhere. It low-key reminds me of his mother. I'm sorry, Gabby, I love you, but seriously, he used to leave crumbs everywhere. That's probably why I hate that so much. I've dated girls who've literally left crumbs, like, in places in my home. I'm just like, are you serious? I don't really say anything. I'll take shots, like make some jokes, roast them a little bit, but it low key like irks me to my core. Because like, why? The food goes in your mouth, not all over. I mean, if it want to go down there, you want to let me. It doesn't go on the floor and on the table. It goes in your mouth. All right. Don't be nasty. But sometimes when I spill stuff, I'll be like, see, like a damn fool. I literally think that about myself. But what's bad for me is I always end up with food like on my beard. So sometimes I'll be walking around with like a whole piece of a donut, like just tucked in the corner. But maybe I'm saving that for later. Just reach over and like iguana style. Anyway, man, we're through the first 30 minutes of the show. We're going to get to a quick music break. I think Mark and I are going to run a quick game of Uno, just so I can get hyped up for the next round of the show. And then we'll be right back, man. It is what it is here on the Memechel Jackson Show. Stay tuned. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I did that. It felt right. Get ready for this Fantasia, and then we got some Foxy Brown, and then some Freeway, and then we're gonna get into some cold stuff later. Got some Futuristic coming, some G Unit, got some Genuine. Who we got? Some Goody Mob. Fuck, what else we got on here? We got the Hot Boys gonna make an appearance tonight. Maybe some Jagged Edge and J. Cole will play. Some Jason Derulo, and then maybe some Jay-Z, man. It's gonna be a lit night. So if you're listening on Track Talk Radio, man, you're in for a treat, man. Because I've been, oh snap. Okay, normally I'm DJ Cold Cuts. What's the other name? The name that you gave me the other day.
DJ Snack Attack.
DJ Snack Attack. What are some other good names that we're potentially thinking? I'm thinking about paying for these names because I want to show the creator respect. But I really love Pocket Biscuits. Pocket Biscuits, and then there was another one, Beef Snack. Beef Snack was dope. So I might be DJ Pocket Biscuits, aka DJ Beef Snack, aka DJ Elite Snack Sneaker, aka DJ Cold Cuts. Man, I'm turning up, man. I'm about to be DJing weddings, bar mitzvahs, funerals, whatever you need, man. I got you guys. It's gonna be lit, man. It's the Memechel Jackson Show. We'll be right Bizak, because I'm Blizzak. I love it. What is on the agenda for the rest of the show? So we talked about Half Man Half Tortilla. God, I love that he ate 20 tortillas. Why did he do that? Why do kids do the things that they do? Like what was my motivation at 9 to do some of the shit that I did? Just because I thought it was funny. That was mostly the reason why I did dumb shit. Because I'm like, this is just so funny. Like I would do it by myself in the room. Pause. That's what she said. Um, I would do something funny or something stupid, and then I'd be like, "Let me go try this like outside where other people can see it." And then it like wouldn't work out. It epically fail. I would get in trouble, get a whooping or something. But in my head, it was still funny. I don't know. Why do kids do the things that they do? Let's see. What else are we gonna talk about? Dr. Dre getting divorced, no prenup. God, if you're a billionaire and you're getting divorced and you don't have a prenup, excuse me, you played yourself. Mark, if you were a billionaire, would you have a prenup? Speak loudly just in case. Actually, I can.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like people would tell me I needed one. I'm a trusting person.
You know what's crazy? I feel like when girls are rich and when they're billionaires, most times, I feel like there are men who let them know that if they engage with a man who has less money than them, that they need to make sure that they have a prenup. And I think people do tell men that, but I think that men believe that they are just so powerful that they'll never need it, that they sometimes don't do it. And then it really comes back to haunt them because the court don't be giving a fuck about what you think as a man. They have things in play where if you don't have that prenup and you got the type of money Dr. Dre has, all that Beats money, that's going to his wife's pocket now. He probably losing all that. And I know he makes a lot of money on music, but if he was hoping for retirement soon, that's probably off the table. He probably gonna have to go back to work now. And she's a lawyer too. And I don't know what she's gonna do. Maybe she doesn't try to take him to the cleaners, but at the same time, like, no prenup, my nigga. Half. It's over.
When did they get married? Was it before or after the
24
money?
years ago.
So was it before he was really big?
Nah, 24 years ago, he was still Dr. Dre was still like he was way at the top. He wasn't a billionaire though.
But he
The
had
Beats thing is what put him in billionaire status. And then Eminem and like 50 and all that. 24 years ago, he probably was still doing like actually still being like a rapper and like a full-time producer. He's still rich as fuck, but he wasn't. I'm sure when he met her, he definitely was famous. He had money, but he did not have that shit like he has it now. Now it's different. Like, I mean, he's up there with like, Bill Gates, Steve Ballmer. Like, there's not a lot of black folks up there. Oprah, Diddy, Dr. Dre. And I feel like it's in that order too. I think it is Oprah, Diddy, Dr. Dre, Bob Johnson, Tyler Perry. I think those are like our 5 richest black folks. The Mount Rushmore for rich Negroes. Is that offensive? No. Because them niggas is rich. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at me. Give me some money so I can go educate myself. There we go. God, Dr. Dre getting divorced. Yo, low key, his wife is kind of fine though. What's up? Need a pool boy or something? Because, we in a pandemic. I need a job. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. I mean, how much did Jeff Bezos' wife get? Didn't she got like half of that too, right? That's probably crazy money. God, can you imagine? I'm not going to say that it's luck because obviously you're getting divorced. So that means that you're probably going through some unfortunate circumstances. And that sucks because, you went into this because, you cared and you guys built rapport, established relationship, you fell in love, you have children, you check off all these boxes, do all these things. Everything, hopefully should stay gravy, but sometimes it doesn't work out. But it's crazy to think that, man, like after all that time, that should just be out the damn window. But I live by the motto, it's cheaper to Say it with me. I don't know, man. I just always hear that. And you have to wonder because if you ever seen this documentary, I don't know if it's on there anymore, but Netflix used to have it. It's called Divorce Court. Because, they say that divorce is it's just another one of these freaking money making industries. And they talk all about it. And I'll never forget the one guy that they talked about where Buddy was an architect. So he spent his whole life getting to this point, got his stacks up, got the money, blah, blah, got married, got a divorce, no prenup. She cleaned my man out so bad that he had to move back in with his parents at like age 57 or 60. It was some crazy shit like that. And then it got so bad that after they died and he couldn't afford to live there, he literally just had to pack up and go to another country where things were just significantly cheaper. So you're talking about he lost his entire life. All the money, the job, the friends, the whole shebang. I don't know what he did. I don't remember them saying what he did. Man, I mean, it's typical shit. But it was crazy to think like all because he didn't believe in prenups. The court don't give a fuck about what you believe. Based on the rules, she took Buddy to the cleaners. I know one of my favorite rap lines is from Royce the 5'9" on this old BET Cypher freestyle. And what does he say? He said, "You ask me why do I keep her? I say it's cheaper too. That's why I ride around in a Rolls like Wiz Khalifa do." That shit's so fire. But it makes sense, man. Like you're better off if you have bread like that. You gotta find a way, bro. It's actually, you know what? No. If some of you niggas are messing this shit up, just stop messing it up. Why get involved with these women, these fine ass women, and then not get these prenups and then do all these foul things and then allow them to, you put them in a position where they deserve to play you based on how you treated them, obviously. We're not going to pretend like you're the only one being done wrong. It just sucks that you're playing yourself out of your fortune by trying to do things all slick like on the back end, not realizing that when you don't have that document in place, then when you get taken to court because shorty wants to file for divorce, she's taking everything, the house, the cars, your kids probably. And where do you think your kids are going? To the house with the trampoline and the inflatable that just stays there all the time, right next to the pool that has the diving board that also goes right by the slide that actually can take you through past the kitchen and then out the back door into a ravine or something like that? Or are they going to go to the 1-bedroom apartment? Like, where do you think they want to hang out? Why even play yourself like that? Don't put yourself in a position to take that L. It's not worth it. I love that line though. You ask me why do I keep her? I say it's cheaper too. That's why I ride around in a Rolls like Wiz Khalifa do. Ooh. God, divorce. Mark, do you believe in divorce? I mean, is that a question that can even be asked? It's obviously a thing. It's not pretend. It's a thing that can happen. But like, do you feel that's something that you would ever want to engage in?
No.
I just making sure. Some people like actually go into it like kind of planning for that.
No.
I try not to even think about it. My hope is that if I ever take that step to like get a girlfriend and then like get engaged and get married, the plan is that it's the duration. It's not like a 6 to 7 week thing, 6 to 7 year. No, it's 60 to 70 decades if we can live that long. And I think with the technology and once I'm a billionaire, we'll be able to pull that off. Just if you take half, you won't have the ability to get the technology that I'm working on. That's all I'm saying. Don't divorce me. I'm not a fan of that. And also because if we're already if my thing is this, I've always said this about prenups. If you're already having to think about it, you're already potentially planning for a divorce. Why would I even want to get married? I'm not going to embarrass myself, go up there, shed tears, and wear this tight ass fucking rented tuxedo that another nigga wore at another time, and all they did was Febreze that shit, and then I put it on. I'm not gonna do all that, pay for 500 people to eat, and then freaking have them smoke up all my weed and then have a whack ass DJ. Actually, I'm DJing my own wedding. No one really knows that, and I'm wearing sweatpants. But I'm not doing all that extra shit just to, in 6 years to be like, oh, it didn't work out. What you mean? You made me do this in front of everybody. You made me do this in front of my homies, like freaking dusty ass freaking girlfriend, and all these people. Like, I'm not talking about a specific homie. All my homies have really cool girlfriends. But I'm just saying, what if by the time I get married, I find, we meet a guy who hoops, and then he becomes our friend. He's a homie, and then his girlfriend sucks. And then she comes to the wedding, and I pay for her to eat. All for you to leave me 7 years later. That's the first thing I'm going to bring up, too. We had Samantha have a whole plate and a to-go plate, and now you want to leave me? Fuck. First thing I want is reimbursement for those plates. Because you know how people act at weddings? They be trying to eat up every damn thing and just do the most, man. I'm not paying for that shit. Wait, the guy doesn't pay for it? Isn't that right? No, he does, though, doesn't he? Who pays for it?
If you're going to be, like, really ancient and a little misogynistic, the woman's family,
So, hold on. Based on what you just said, what if the dad offers? If I say, hell yeah, nigga, go ahead. That means I'm misogynistic.
If someone offers, they offer.
Yeah.
But like back in the day, they were basically paying and it like giving a gift of this woman to this family.
Got you.
Like the old traditions did not favor women being humans.
Yeah.
Of the time.
I feel you.
So yes, that is a thing, but
yeah,
people do whatever the hell they want to, man.
What are weddings costing these days? 25, 30 racks?
Yeah,
25 or 30 racks.
Yeah.
You ask me why do I keep it? I say it's cheaper too. Fuck, no, is it though?
I mean,
imagine paying 30 racks for a wedding and then forking out another 35 to 40 in fees for divorce. Do the math on that. That's just money you spent to enter and exit a relationship. Sounds like a terrible idea. But I also think it would be dope to be able to, like, I'm standing up there with my arms all folded with the, what do they call it? The little flower. Is it a flower? I don't know. Or a handkerchief or something like that. And I'm all fresh, waves, fresh fade, brand new Band-Aid skirt. Has a lyric off a Nelly record. Shout out to Nelly. I'm going to have Nelly at my wedding. Why wouldn't I? I have Nelly open up the wedding and I'm DJing. So I'm like, yo, Nelly, is you ain't, is you ain't. So when she's walking down, she'll hear, is you. Okay, we gotta bring this show back on. I mean, it's a new day, man. We're not doing things the old-fashioned way. Welcome back to the Memechel Jackson Show. If you're listening on Track Talk Radio, I'm over here planning a wedding. So I went from radio talk show host to wedding planner in a matter of moments. Some of these online courses only take about 15 minutes, which is about the time that elapsed from the last break to this new segment. So in that amount of time, I became a wedding planner. I've decided that I'm going to have Nelly open up, and this is for my own wedding. I'm going to have Nelly open up in my wedding. I will also be the DJ. I'm wearing sweatpants. What else? Sushi bar. Weed bar. Is BYOB. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not paying for booze. I don't drink. So I'm not paying for you niggas to drink at my wedding when I don't drink. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I'm not paying for it. That's why I offered the weed bar. Weed on house. If I'm offering up vices, I'm going to offer up the one that I use. I'm not giving you some, nah. I ain't gonna have somebody at the end of the night telling me I owe $10,000 for a fucking alcohol bill. Nah, player. Nah, player. But anyway, I'm thinking about having Nelly open up. We gotta have an R&B act. Who I need all. Listen, who do I need? I need somebody that can literally like put my wife to the point where we run out of there. So who should I book for that? If you're thinking of R&B artists that could get the whole crowd wet, who's performing at my wedding? I feel like it could be, you know what? I feel like Tank. If Tank pulled up to the wedding, the whole crowd would go crazy. But then I also would be concerned that maybe I would go home single that night. So it's got to be a ugly nigga. It's got to be somebody who's ugly. I have Ruben Studdard pull up to the wedding. And it's not, listen, hold on, it's not shade at Ruben, but because I want to hear him do the Sorry 2004. That's my cut. So I'm trying. There's multiple acts. He's not the only one performing. Don't worry. He's right after Nelly. We go right into Ruben. I didn't say this was going to be a great wedding. But anyway, let's get back to the show, man. We'll finish wedding planning later. I'm not cut out for this shit. Dr. Dre is getting divorced from his beautiful wife of 24 years. She is a lawyer too. I wonder if she's representing herself, but I don't know. I don't know if that's her type of law. Let's see. Nicole Young. She filed paperwork on Monday after 24 years of marriage. She cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the divorce. They share 2 children, and that there was no prenup. Nicole is reportedly seeking spousal support. Is it fair for me to ask, why does anybody need spousal support if you're a lawyer? You're both like, are you a bad lawyer? Do you not make a lot of money at your job? But like, I feel like law is a profession that has, you probably make good money doing that. Why would you need spousal support? If you're really trying to cut ties from somebody, why would you still want to take a handout from them? And what are expenses looking like that you would need support? Because I mean, if you guys are billionaires, right? Everything you have is owned and paid for. Like, nobody can tell you anything. So what do you need? What do you need support for? What do you think she needs support for? Aren't their kids all grown up too? I mean, now you're going back to a single adult life. I'm still waiting for someone to explain to me what she would need support for. Not saying that she don't deserve it. I think, yeah, go ahead, get it, girl. Do you? But I'm just very confused. What do you think he's losing? Half? More than half? And what? And half of what though? Jeez, man. $1 billion. I think that's what he's worth. Upwards. 24-year marriage, and now you're getting a divorce. I'm sure people just never expect that's what it's going to be. But I feel like I've always said, if you have to think about the prenup, that maybe you're anticipating a divorce. And I think that shit is weird. I don't even know if I want to have that conversation. But like, you kind of have to, right? If you have Dr. Dre type of money. I guess we'll be seeing Nicole on Hinge here in a little bit. So if you're single in the LA area, be on the lookout. But you also need to be on the lookout for when you move around by yourself, because the goons might be out after you. I don't know if like if there is, if Nicole gets to the point where she decides she wants to get back out there and test those waters, is there a man brave enough to try to fill those shoes? Like, you gotta think, like, if you get out of line, like Dr. Dre knows people who know people. Do you even want to deal with some shit like that? I don't know. Doesn't seem like a thing I want to be a part of. So this is crazy. Okay, we're gonna get into this next thing. So I finally broke down. I was told that I've been complaining that I want to get my shows to greater heights, and I'm wondering the ways in which I can do that. One of the ways that I have said for a long time that I would not do was get on TikTok. Hey, my man Jeff on here. Hey man, we need to play some Warzone, bro. Trust me, I'm nice now. Jeff knew me way back when, aka last week when I was ass at Warzone, and now I'm top 35,000 in the world probably. That's pretty good, right? There's got to be a billion people playing that. I'm in the top 35,000. I'm legit. Oh, trying to type into the chat and the music went on. I missed the A. Don't worry about that, Jeff. It's a typo. Um, yeah, let's get on that Warzone. But anyway, so I joined the TikTok army. It's also crazy that on like the night after I joined, the first thing I see on IG this morning is a video where a guy's saying that in India they banned TikTok because they think that it's malware and it's just a way to track people. And it's made by, I guess, some company in China, and now they're saying that the whole app is bullshit and that it's just just a way to track people. And I'm like, damn, nigga, I just downloaded it. Shit, I'm just getting hot. I got 3 followers, I think. You following me on TikTok? F no. Real niggas ain't following me on that. My real homies ain't. They're too cool for that. And I don't blame them. I didn't want to do it either, but I felt like I had to do it for the show. But shout out to everybody that's on TikTok. But I seen this story the other day where I thought was crazy. So this Egyptian belly dancer was sentenced to prison for posting sexually suggestive videos on TikTok. This is crazy. People going to prison behind this shit. So let's see. A popular Egyptian belly dancer has been sentenced to prison for posting sexy videos on TikTok. So according to the New York Post, I think her name is Samel Masri. She's 42. She was arrested in April for committing immorality and inciting debauchery after posting sexually suggestive video. It's just TikTok, bro. Like, what was she? I can't imagine that she was doing anything so crazy that'd be like, oh, go to jail. You belly dance on TikTok, jail. That's a Parks and Rec bit. You guys missed it. She was sentenced to 3 years in prison and fined 300,000 Egyptian pounds. What's the conversion on that? 300,000 Egyptian pounds. What is that in US dollars? God, 300 racks or pounds. That's 300,000. That's crazy. All this for just being on TikTok. Shout out to my man Jeff. Follow Just Jeff on TikTok. I don't know what his handle is. I'm assuming that it's the same on everything, just like mine is. Mine is Memechel Jackson. It's just, everything is just for the show. It's not gonna be like my IG where it's memes and stuff and it's me. I'm not doing that. So in the US, it's like $18,000. Yeah. And even still, god damn, that's a lot of money. Just for posting videos on TikTok. Just to get some laughs and shit. Bro, who's her attorney? However, women's rights experts say that only women are targeted by the country's cybercrime law that led to The arrest, our conservative society is struggling with the technological changes, which have created a completely different environment and mindsets. Damn. She says she's going to appeal the ruling. God, I hope she wins, man. Can you imagine? Yo, what you in for, dog? Yo, shit. Doing hard time, my nigga. I did 3. I'm doing 3 years. 3 years behind these TikTok videos, man. Niggas didn't want no beef with me, dog. I'm on this shit, dog. 3 years, bro. D block. Jail time for TikTok. God, if someone should be in jail for how they act on social media, it's definitely me. God, my shit is awful. So that's why I have to. I can't. People be like, yo, what else do you be doing outside of this? Don't even worry about it. My man Jeff know, but other than that, don't even worry about it. Let's see what else we got. I love that. Okay, let's get into it. The tangerine troll. There's a warrant out for Buddy's arrest. Iran is still hot about that missile strike that got their man killed. Buddies in Iran talking about, yo, we want my man arrested and we're asking Interpol for help. I don't know what any of that means. I mean, like, I know what it means. I'm saying, like, what do we think is going to happen? How do we think things are going to go down? I really don't even have a clue. I just feel like it feels like we just been watching so many different people trying to like get him like caught in some type of deal, and somehow he can just escape it. So like at this point, like when I hear there's a warrant out for Donnie's arrest, I'm like, yeah, he not going to that. He not going to that, bro. He'll go to the bunker. He'll take his sorry ass to the bunker. Wouldn't it be crazy if they like pulled up and they're like, we're here to like extradite you or whatever they call it? Could you imagine seeing him on a video going from like literally getting off of Air Force One to being handed the warrant and being like, here, nigga, take these cuffs. And they put him, what do you think they even take him back in? Do they take him on like a similar plane that's just as nice? Or does he just have to ride back? Like, I bet he rides back like Spirit Airlines. If they're going to extradite him, they have to take him back on Spirit Airlines. Because that means he has to bring his own back to the seat. I literally saw a picture of somebody on a Spirit Airlines airplane. There was literally a lady sitting in it. And her seat didn't even have a back on it. This is on an airplane. This is an airline who's doing this. Yeah, if they want to extradite the tangerine troll, you got to fly him back on Spirit. Because I feel like, I know this is probably going to sound crazy, but the flight to Iran on a Spirit airline flight will probably make up for the 3 years of bullshit that we all been going through. I know that sounds crazy, but nobody on this planet enjoys a Spirit airline flight. You'd rather die. He'll have wished that he was dead, and he'll probably be in a position on that flight where that could potentially happen. He's going to have to be prepared to also bring his own parachute, because there's just a chance that like you're going to need that motherfucker flying on Spirit. That would just be so crazy. Speaking of airlines, American Airlines is about to go to full capacity. They say they're tired of social distancing. I have a feeling that means they're probably on the verge of bankruptcy. They know people want to fly their airlines, so they're like, let's just go ahead and get all the people that we can before shit gets too crazy again. Because once this shit go down again and we go through the second wave, people definitely won't be able to fly, and then we're going to be done forever. So I think while they know they have 4 to 6 weeks, they're going to book their flights at capacity. That way they can show an investor that they can still be viable. And they'll say, look, we're willing to put $50 million right now on the table. You lend us another 50, we can keep our airline open long term. I have a feeling that's what they're doing. American Airlines, just a barely better than Spirit. At least you don't have to bring your own parachute. I can at least respect that. The snacks are, that's booty, son. Isn't that what he says? Yeah, I don't understand this. Why full capacity? What did Florida had what? Like how many cases was it they spiked up after after they opened their beaches? Florida, Texas, all these places spiked up. Michigan, they had a spike, right? Like a whole gang of people like at a church event or something like that.
Well, they're like 88 positive after a night in the bar.
Oh yeah, 88 positive after a night in the bar. All because y'all want to go to the bar? Nigga, no. Bro, they literally bottle the stuff so you can take it home. When you drink it home, you also don't have to risk driving home. You are safer at home. Why wouldn't you want to stay at home? I'm a fan of leaving the house and going to do what you want to do. But I like for what? For the bars, my nigga? It's like y'all just want to get drunk that bad. You hadn't already just been drunk because we were on the pandemic. You have to go to the bar for that. Now, if the bar you're going to has a pretty lit arcade selection, I get it. Shit, maybe even getting the COVID, maybe that's worth it to you to go play, NFL Blitz and what's another good arcade game? Duck Hunt. Do they make that in an arcade game? Um I know they had this place in West Seattle. It's funny because I was just over there the other day and I was talking about it. They had this place in West Seattle called Vidiot. Shout out to my man Jay Cabs. I don't think he's in the chat tonight, but usually he tunes into the show. But me and Jared and my homie Jordan, we used to go to this place called Vidiot in West Seattle, and they had arcade games, and then you had drinks and stuff. They also had board games and all kinds. That's probably one of the only places that I've gone to consistently as far as hanging out, like nightlife style in Seattle since I've been here. And they closed that shit down. I was very disappointed. But Video was the spot, man. They had all kinds of arcade games. DDR, Dance Dance Revolution, so I could live out my grandma's boys fantasy. Have you ever seen that movie? That movie is stupid funny, man, when they play that damn game. Oh my God. What's the other game that they play? It was like Frogger or some shit like that, or that little frog game that they were playing. That shit actually looked pretty lit, though. I don't know, man. I do love games. And that's why I've been playing Warzone heavy. I went from being a scrub on Warzone to top 35,000 in the world. And it feels good to be, I'm in the 34,000s. So if you thought I was close to the top, you were wrong about that. But it still feels good. I'm to the point now where if I see people coming and they shoot at me, I can usually shoot back and take them down. So I don't get killed every single time like I used to. It's a great improvement. I almost gave up on my Warzone career, because now we're in a day and age where you can just make up a career. So now I'm just a full-time Warzone player. And now I'm about to start streaming live from my Xbox. I figured out how to do that. So I might even stream after this on Twitch. I'll probably be on the stream playing Warzone. Jeff, holla at me, bro. We need to connect. What else we got? I am Black forever right now. I just wanted to say that again. Black Lives Matter. Okay, here's a funny one. People are trying to get Nuck If You Buck canceled because apparently Buddy, who was in that group, is a Trump supporter. Nuck If You Buck. No, if you I don't know, man. That record just be slapping. It's hard to imagine a world where Nuck If You Buck doesn't exist. Lil J is a Trump supporter. So let's see. It recently brought to everyone's attention that Lil J from Crime My Ho is a Donald Trump supporter. So now many people on Twitter are having a hard time debating if they should cancel the group's hit single. This is my thing. It's one dude supporting the Tangerine Troll. Why you want to cancel Crime Mob? You want to cancel their entire group and the thing that gave them all their success because Buddy's wearing a MAGA hat? I know the I know the coonery is at an all-time high with this. It's crazy to see him on a video with that hat on and then trying to be like, yeah. I don't even know what he's saying. I didn't even want to hear it. There's nothing he can tell me. When he put that on, one, the hat looks stupid. Just red with the white stitching, just in plain ass fucking letter. Like no effort was put into that, and somehow they made that hot. I don't like it. It's ugly as hell. But it's like, bro, you see what most of the people wearing that hat, you see how they're acting, the things they represent. You see how they're talking to people that look exactly like you who are not wearing it. Do you think they speak highly of you just because you have that hat on? No, you a stupid nigga to them too. And that cop don't give a shit if you have the MAGA hat on the front seat, because if you're not wearing it when he pull you over, it's not going to matter when the shots rang out. They're not going to look at it after and go, oh, let's just rewind this whole situation and he'll just come back to life. No, bro, they don't care about that. So you supporting somebody who's consistently inciting hate and hatred of all types of people, not even just to black people. But when you support somebody like that, you're a fucking cornball. But should Nuck If You Buck be canceled? I mean, I'm going to still have it on my iPod, but shit. I don't want to be the person who puts Nuck If You Buck on in the car and then somebody gets in and goes, oh my God, how can you even listen to this? This is Crime Mob. Don't you know they're all Trump supporters? But it's not. It's just this nigga, okay? Nuck If You Buck. Crime Mob, ho. I love it. It's classic, man. I'm from the South. We can't just get rid of that. There's two. Listen, we got to stop. The cancel, I get it, cancel culture exists, but like, bro, think about how stupid this is. We want to cancel an entire group and their song that they made because one representative in that group is on a video in a Trump hat. Why do they as a group need to be canceled? Why does their success need to be erased from the books? Why? It makes no sense. We can't cancel everybody just because we're in our feelings. It's okay that we're in our feelings. We deserve to be. We're allowed to be. But trying to cancel every single person that goes against everything that you believe, like that shit's getting tired. You're not ever going to get to a place of happiness because you're always and forever going to be in environments where people do not agree with the same things that you agree with. You cannot cancel everybody that you come across. It makes no sense. We got to move past that. Nuck If You Buck not getting canceled around me. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn it up after the show. Let's see. What else do we have? Disneyland employees are protesting the reopening until the company promises their safety from coronavirus. Let me tell you this, fam. If you work for Disneyland, Disneyland don't give a fuck about your safety. That is the last place on earth that should be opening up. If y'all really have concerns about the long-lasting impacts of coronavirus, Disneyland is not a place that should be open. Amusement parks need to go away. You can't tell me I can't go to LA Fitness, but you got Disneyland opening up. Are you going to Disneyland, Mark?
I already went this year. Before everything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. No. Oh no. I love it there and I wouldn't go.
Nah. It just seemed crazy. Crazy as hell. We can't hoop indoors, but they have Disneyland open. And the employees are well within their right to be concerned about their safety. Think about all of those nasty ass people. Even if it's booked by reservation, you're still going to have tons of people coming in from different states, being around who knows who they be around. They're going to come in, and then you have people who are going to have to be forced to work there, and they're going to have to deal with that. I mean, yes, I'm a firm believer in everything should be at your own risk. But at the same time, like, come on, man. If Disney, sorry, I want to make sure these stickers are on here right. If Disney take a hit because they can't open the park, oh well. This is a very unpopular opinion, but I don't feel like we need Disneyland. You have the company can make the movies. Like we don't need Disneyland. Disneyland is not like if there's a list of 150,000 things that are essential, Disneyland is like the last thing on that list for me. And there's not that many things. It's at least, that's not top 10 things that need to be open. Like, come on, man. I know that sounds so crazy. People are like, you don't like Disneyland? What a fucking hater. It's not hate, bro. It's just like, who the fuck cares about the amusement parks? Like, is anybody really in a rush to run out to Six Flags right now? Like, you're just like, oh man, wait till they're on the site. It says the countdown to online release of tickets is in 36 hours. I'm just going to sit here by the computer. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to do nothing. All to get some amusement park tickets. Pass. This is crazy. I was out delivering today. Honestly, I didn't get panicked about delivering. You want to know why? Because I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get these dollars to stack up this vacation fund and just make sure that, we stay afloat. I wasn't even thinking about it because I want the money. I want the money. I'm not thinking about it. Easy exchange. Everything was just leave at the door. Take a picture, leave it at the door, count out my money. We're cool, bro. We're cool, bro. It's easy shit. This is gonna be our new normal. Everybody staying the fuck home. My homeboy's telling me today we might not even be able to hoop at the gym for another 9 months. Can you imagine taking the year? I mean, my body gonna come back healthy, boy. If I'm not grabbing quarters off the top of the backboard when we come back from quarantine, I'm gonna be upset. But my workout plan is probably terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was sent a workout plan recently. I did look at it and I did try a couple things, but was I consistent? No. But is it still in my email? Yes. Can I go back to it? Absolutely. Yes. Will I? Who knows? 8:15. We got 15 more minutes. I'm turning the stream off and then we're gonna go to the music for the rest of the time. This has been a great show. Still been watching The Office the whole time. All right, before the show started, we got into this. On The Office, there's an episode where Andy is wanting to celebrate his girlfriend Erin, who also works at Dunder Mifflin because it's Secretary's Day. On this little lunch that her boss takes her on, which is Michael Scott, Michael inevitably tells her that Andy used to be engaged to Angela. And then Erin has a complete freak out about it. I think that because it's the past, that she doesn't really have grounds to be mad because it's just not a big deal. If it's a past, it's not a big deal. But I do understand why she could get upset because she's literally been walking around this person who works 4 feet away from her this whole time and didn't know that, her boyfriend, who's 7 feet away from her, was engaged to the girl who's 4 feet away from her. I get that that's super weird. But I feel like when you look at their saga and you look at how Andy tried for her, they got together, they broke up, then she tried for Andy denied her, then she tried to move, and then Andy ruined his current relationship to go down to Florida to go scoop her up to bring her back, and then she left him for another nigga because Andy wasn't putting in the effort. I feel like that whole slide that they do starts because she overreacts about him being engaged to Angela. Because she breaks up with him that day, she ruins the trajectory of their relationship. They probably could have had a perfectly fine relationship if she would have just let that shit go because it didn't concern her, had nothing to do with her. But I understand why she's mad. But she did probably miss out on her soulmate. She probably could have prevented Andy from ending up in some of the tragedies that he ended up in. Like when he went on, was it like America's Got Talent or some shit like that, or American Idol? And he did the little singing thing, and then they were, he went viral because they were making fun of him. Andy could have avoided that. But Aaron ruined it. We dug a little too deep on The Office, but I don't know, man. I just feel a certain type of way. But I think your point was very valid. I do agree with that. Like there is something to be said. Like you should have said something. If it was early in the relationship, you have a small window to let people know, like, here are some, some things I've been a part of. But I also feel like if if it's your choice to choose, if you want to even say anything at all, you're not under any obligation to do so. Think about the circumstances in which we meet people. Like you don't walk up to a person and like sign a contract before you guys start engaging. And then like, if you do something, then it's breach of contract. It's nothing even like that. It's like, hey, this might be cool, might be a thing. Like, let's see what's up. But like people are gonna make their choice. Like you allow yourself to be like destroyed over that, you are never going to be happy because it's human nature to disappoint the people around them. Even the best of people do it to other people in some ways, whether it be big or small. We all know that. And if you pretend like that doesn't exist, you're an idiot. I don't know. But again, Michael overstepped his boundaries. He don't know when to keep his mouth closed. So you know what? Aaron didn't ruin the relationship. Michael did. What do you think?
No.
You don't think he ruined it by saying that at the lunch?
It wasn't his place to say it, but it's also not his fault she reacted that way.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's very
She
true.
would have reacted that way if Andy had told her too, I'm sure.
Yeah, she would have definitely been a weirdo even if Andy would have told her. But I guess I kind of get it, man. Like you don't want to know that someone that you're seeing, it's just they're not everybody's built to handle that. Like there's some people, like I've gotten to a point in life where like nothing surprises me. So like just keep it real. You could literally tell me to my face, I've been doing this out to the side. I'll be like, okay. What do you want me to do? Have fun. If that's the choice you make, as long as you keep it real with me and you tell me, then that gives me the opportunity to make my choice. Do I want to stay and tolerate this shit or do I want to move on to something else? That's it. Easy peasy. Communication. Can't be mad if people communicate. So I guess with me saying that, I literally just shot my whole thing because Andy didn't communicate. So Andy did fuck it up. I still don't think he has to say anything, but he's dumb for thinking that he was going to be able to like be in that work environment and date her, be around his ex-fiance, and then her not find out and get mad. He was stupid for that. So yeah, he fucked that up. All right, man. Shout outs. We got to do any shout outs. Shout out to all my new followers, all my new friends. Shout out to all my people who are doing it big. Shout out to, to Mark for, being a special guest today. Oh, well, kind of. She's just, just hanging out. We're, taking a look at the I Am Black Forever Right Now. No, it's the I Am Right Now project. My portion of it, my thing, hopefully will, if I'm allowed to, will say I am Black Forever Right Now. I just like the way that sounds because it's forever, but it's definitely right now. Play with them. Don't play with me. Shout out to Markel. Great project. Man, do you have anything you want to say about the project at all while we're on the air?
I'm still looking for people who are interested in participating. It's completely free. I'm looking to do portrait sessions, and there's if you go back and watch last Thursday's episode where I talk about everything, it's even the first thing we talked about. So if you're interested in, if you are Black, you are in the Puget Sound area, I don't mind driving a little bit either. I'm on summer break, so I can come to you. I'm willing to work with you. There's a lot of cool stuff that we can kind of do with it. That's what she said. Yeah, so the whole point of it is to just kind of share stories and help educate people, help elevate Black voices, and remind people that this is a real thing. It's gonna continue, and that there are people here who are willing to stand up and fight for it. And yeah, so if you are at all interested, Markel EG Photography. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Reach out.
TikTok soon. You know, because I don't want to be alone on TikTok. I'm going to try to get all my people to join. And then we're going to make a whole album about TikTok. TikTok, a tick, tick, tock to the tick, tick, tocky, the tick, tick, the tock. That sounded lit, right? No, that was terrible. See, that's why I wasn't cut out for rap, man. All right, man. Thank you for tuning in. If you're listening live on Track Talk Radio, the show continues, but it's just gonna be the music, man. I'm not really gonna be talking like that. We're ready. It's done. The show is done, bro. We're gonna get back to looking at this project, and I'm gonna try to steal some of these photos tonight. Hopefully, if I'm allowed to, I'll be able to post a couple. No. Maybe sometime this week. I'm just eager, man, because I've never looked this good. You know what's also? I'm going to say this. Markel, let me ask you, how old do you think I look?
I'd give you late 20s. Early. Yeah.
Somebody told me the other day I looked like I was like 27. And I was like,
That's late 20s.
I'm blessed. I know it's late 20, but I like when I hear the number on it. Because late 20s could be 26, 27, 28, 29. But it was 27. I like it. Black don't crack, baby. Guess what? I'm black, baby. And guess what? I'll be back, baby, on Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, man. It's the Memechel Jackson Show. We are lit always. If you have a project that you would like to come on the show, talk about, promote, do any of those things, listen, for the month of July, I'm giving free advertisement to everybody, but you have to come on the show or you have to join me via some type of app where we can screen call conference you in or something. You just have to join. But I will give free advertisement. You can come and talk about anything, whether it be your gaming, if you're an author, you have a podcast, or you're an up and coming actor, a beauty pageant, something. I don't know. If you're just building things in your garage and you want to talk about them, feel free to come on the show, man. I'm giving free promo to people all month. So just as a way to give back, man. People have a lot of stuff that they have going on, and I want them to feel like they have a place that they can promote it. And that way they have something where they can be on tape, be recorded, and they can share with their friends, man. Get your projects out. This is the time to try to chase your dreams. You might as well. What else do you have to do? You're literally sitting at home probably because, or if you're not now, you probably will be very soon again. I have a feeling that's going to happen. But listen, man, free promo all month. Reach out to me, Memechel Jackson at gmail.com for, you regular people. For us, the exquisite folks, it's Gmail. So email me. Let me know what you're looking to do, what type of message you're looking to convey, and I will do whatever I can to help support you as long as it's something that I agree with and, it's not something that's too crazy jumping out the window. Don't come on here screaming, being rude. This is not a place where you get to air out beef with somebody. I'm the only person who does that on this show. So we're going to get to it. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. This was the Memechel Jackson Show. We're about to start the radio back up, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Right? Is today Tuesday? Yeah. See you on Thursday. Let me clickety click the mouse. And it's done.